You're welcome back to this channel, Naija News Updates, um, where we give you expert analysis on news, trending news happening all over the country, Nigeria. So we are here again to give you the headlines of today's news, June 1, 2026, as we get them from trusted sources, trusted Nigerian news, such as the Vanguard, the Sun, and the likes of them. Okay, let's move straight to what we have. So, Adena, please stay tuned because follow us to the end. At the end of these headlines, we'll be giving you our analysis on some of the news, like the one of Rivers, what's actually happening in Rivers. Okay, so let's jump right in. We have here Atiku, Hayatuddin hold closed door reconciliation meeting after ADC primary tension. Atiku, Hayatuddin hold closed door reconciliation meeting after ADC primary tension. Talking about still on politics, talking about Rivers, what's happening in Rivers. So we have here, okay, Rivers 2027. Rainbow Coalition will decide who succeed Fubara. You can see that the source is coming from Vanguard News, and it is published today, June 1. You can check that out in Vanguard. Rainbow Coalition will decide who succeeds Fubara, and that is coming from the ex-governor Wike. Okay, also in Vanguard we have Jonathan emerges as Tinubu's toughest challenger, says Dele Sobowale. Jonathan emerges as Tinubu's toughest challenger, says Dele Sobowale. Okay, moving forward, we have a Nigerian Catholic priest convicted of sexual assault in the United States. Nigerian Catholic priest convicted of sexual assault in the United States. Okay, that is also today's news, June 1, also coming from the Vanguard. Dangote Refinery reduces petrol price to 1,250 naira per liter. Dangote Refinery reduces petrol price to 1,250 naira per liter. Well, they say reduction is reduction, anyhow small. We have disregard transfer move. Shelley mentioned about me, coming from Victor Osimhen. Disregard transfer move. Shelley mentioned about me. That is a coach. That is the Super Eagles coach. And Victor Osimhen is talking about that everyone should disregard the transfer move. The coach talked about him. Okay, that is also published. This news is also published today, June 1. Nigeria must adopt 1934 education system to stop exploitation of parents, says AECBEIN. You can get more details about this news when you go to Vanguard. You can get more details about this news. Okay, remember, we will be dropping our analysis about some of the news at the end of these headlines. Obasanjo reviews health condition he has managed for over 40 years. So the ex-president reviews health condition he has managed for over 40 years. This one is coming from legit.ng. June 2026 public holidays. Date for nationwide holiday emerges. That also was also seen in Legit for today's news. 2027 election. Primate Ayodele predicts challenges for Tinubu. The clergyman has spoken again. So Primate Ayodele predicts challenges for Tinubu. That is also contained in legit.ng. NLC rejects governor's 100,000 naira minimum wage proposal. NLC rejects governor's 100,000 naira minimum wage proposal. So the NLC is rejecting that. Okay, you can get more of that news from the Legit. That is where the you can find that news from here. Okay, we have here under in the sports section, we have why Arsenal's Noni Madueke was not awarded a penalty against PSG in the UEFA Champions League final. Why Arsenal's Noni Madueke was not awarded a penalty against PSG in the UEFA Champions League final. Then we have Davido clarifies relationship with Seyi Tinubu, denies ties to pro-Tinubu group. So Davido clarifies his relationship with Seyi Tinubu, and then he denies ties to pro-Tinubu group. Davido has spoken, denying whatever ties that he might be linked to the pro-Tinubu group. Okay, we have here farmer shares key considerations before starting a poultry business in Nigeria. For those of you who want to go into farming, you can get that from legit.ng. So farmer shares his key considerations before you can start a poultry business. The things you need to consider, so you don't just jump into poultry business. So there are certain things you need to consider. So you can get more of that in legit.ng. Okay, and then we have here UK standard visitor visa application process, cost and eligibility requirement explained. By the time you okay, so you can get that from legit.ng if you want to know more about the UK standard visitor visa. Okay, so now let's look at in today's analysis, we are going to be looking at this headline, Rivers 2027, that is talking about the Rainbow Coalition will decide who succeeds Fubara. Let's look at that headline. Let's look into that headline. Okay, so a new political conversation is actually gaining attention in Rivers State, okay, ahead of the 2027 elections, after former Rivers State governor and current Federal Capital Territory Minister, we're talking about Wike, stated that the Rainbow Coalition will play a key role in determining who succeeds Governor Siminalayi Fubara. So the statement has sparked fresh discussions about future political directions of Rivers State, one of Nigeria's most politically influenced states. That is Rivers State. So there are a lot of discussions are going on about that. So according to reports, Wike emphasized the importance of political alliances and coalition building as preparations for the next electoral cycle gradually begin to take shape. Political observers note that Rivers politics has remained a major topic of national interest in recent years, especially following the highly publicized political developments involving key stakeholders within the state. Wike's latest remarks have fueled speculation about potential candidates, emerging alliances, and the political calculations that could shape the contest for the state's top office in 2027. However, it is important to note that Governor Siminalayi Fubara remains constitutionally eligible to seek a second term in office in 2027, having served only one term since his election in 2023. This has led some political observers to question why discussions about a successor are already gaining momentum. Analysts suggest that the conversation may reflect ongoing political realignment and power calculations within Rivers State rather than any legal barrier preventing Fubara from seeking re-election. An incumbent governor. As if they are already making as if they are already making arrangements how he would exit the seat. Well, let's continue. So at the same time, supporters of the governor have continued to express confidence in his chances should he decide to contest again, while political stakeholders across different camps are already positioning themselves ahead of the next election cycle. Analysts say coalition politics has become increasingly important in Nigeria, with groups and political blocs often working together to influence electoral outcomes and strengthen their negotiating power. So supporters of coalition building argue that such arrangements can help create broader representation and bring together different interests within a political system. However, critics maintain that voters will ultimately determine the outcome at the ballot box, regardless of endorsements, alliances, or political agreements reached behind the scenes. As Rivers State continues to play a significant role in Nigeria's political landscape, attention is expected to remain focused on key political figures, party structures, and potential contenders in the lead up to the next governorship election. For now, political stakeholders, party supporters, and residents alike will be watching closely to see how discussions around the Rainbow Coalition evolve and what impact they may have on the race for the governorship in 2027. So, what are your thoughts on coalition politics in Nigeria? Do political alliances significantly influence election outcomes, or should voters focus solely on the candidates and their policies? Share your opinion in the comment section below. So for more verified political updates, governance stories, and breaking developments from across Nigeria, stay tuned and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, with this we say thank you for watching.